Hello and welcome. Hi, Rosie. You were my first one. And hey, Caitlin. Hello, Caitlin, my friend. How are you? How is everyone doing today? Caitlin and I are in New York, and we are very happy that we have had summer like weather this week so that snow has finally melted. Yay! But it's crazy, right? We're still in winter and we had summer weather. How's everyone doing? Where's everyone from? Let me know in the chat. Let me know how things are going by you. Yeah, it's a rainy day today, right? Snow is mostly gone. Yeah, I've got a couple of piles still where I don't know, the sun didn't shine, I guess. It's so weird, right? How that happens. I mean, it was 80 degrees and I still had piles of snow. I'm like, why don't they melt? They're hanging on for dear life, but that's all right. So thank you for joining me today. I almost canceled this live. I'm glad I didn't. I had a root canal yesterday. And needless to say, I was not feeling too great last night. Not that root canals are not as horrible as they used to be, but I was a little sore. Yeah, Caitlin, I still have to get the other half done too. I was kind of hoping they would do it all in one day, but he did half of it and he told me to come back. I have to go back next week. And I'm like, really? I got to go through that again? I don't know which is worse. If I had stayed and had the whole thing done, it takes like an hour and a half. I was there for 45 minutes, so that was long enough. I once had it done where they did the whole thing at once. And by the time I left, I had such a migraine and such a stiff neck. It was awful. So yeah, I decided to have another one, right? Wasn't that fun? But no, what happened, let me explain myself, was that I had been feeling some pain on and off since probably January, and it's 2 months later now. But Caitlin, as you know, we had way too much snow. I was like, I am not going to the dentist until this snow clears up. So fortunately for me, it did finally clear up because it got to the point where the pain had gone and then it came back and then it was really bad. So then it was kind of an emergency and I really had to go. So anyway, long story short, I lived through it. It's not that bad. Your mom had to, yeah, so did I. I had a couple of appointments that I had to cancel when we got a blizzard here, 16 inches of snow there. Mira, hello, my friend. I'm so happy that you're here because we're going to play your video today. Matt shared your video with me. It's beautiful. I love it. And I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to share it with everybody. I see people are trickling in, which is great. I didn't really have a lot of time to plan for today, but I'm not a planner anyway. But as I was saying, having had a root canal yesterday, I wasn't thinking too far in the future. And last night I was like, oh, do I cancel? Do I not? Thank you for the, power of pain medication. I am here and I'm doing good. That's all I've got to say. Because once that numbing stuff wore off yesterday, I was like, oh, okay, this is not fun. Yes, Mira made a beautiful video on Matt's, which one is it? Let me look at the name, Made for You. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to play that video, to share that video with everybody. You did an amazing job, Mira. I'm actually, like I said, right now I'm on so much pain medication. I'm feeling great right now. So long as it doesn't wear off, we're good. But I took my meds at noon and it's like an hour. That was an hour and a half ago. So I'm doing all right. This morning I got up, I was a little sore. But like I said, pain meds are amazing. I don't take them often, but when I do, I appreciate them. So, and I would have held out had the pain been a little less, because I do have a pretty good tolerance for pain. So I'm rambling, and I know there's people. If there's anybody new here, I'm looking at the bubbles. Please let me know that you're new because I do tend to ramble, and I will get into why we're here today. And like I said, I definitely want to share that beautiful video that Mira made. I should call you Mira. I keep calling you Mira. Is Mira? It's short for Miriam. That's why, right? Okay. If I read it in Spanish, it's Mira. So anyway, please, the new people, let me know where you are coming in from. I'm looking at a few bubbles down there that I don't know if I recognize all of you. And that's all right. Just say hello. Let me know where you're from. We love new people. We love our regulars. We love everybody. And I have a card up. Because, hey, Janine, so nice to see you. Janine is going to be doing a live that I set up. I'm sure I probably have that card here too as well. Next week, we're doing a live with the musicians and the poets. Tonight, we're doing a live with the musicians, my monthly musicians live, which I love. But tonight, next week, we're going to be doing one. Is it next week or the week after? Let me see if I have that card. Let me just take a quick look here. Did I put that card up yet? Yes, I did. It's in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, a live. You know, guys, if I start falling asleep again, I'm on a lot of pain meds because of that root canal I had yesterday. So if I start falling asleep, Caitlin has my number. Caitlin, text me and wake me up. I'm like all like confused. But anyway, in 2 weeks, we're doing a collaboration with the 3 musicians and 3 poets, and Janine is one of them. I'm really excited about that. I saw her and Juan doing these, and I love them. And I said to Juan, do you want me to host one? And he said he would love to have one with all the musicians and a few poets. And I was like, done. Maribel, yes, I'm back from Pennsylvania. I was in Pennsylvania just for 3 days for my grandbaby's first birthday, which was wonderful. And I was fine the whole time I was there, Maribel. I came back Sunday night. Monday, woke up with the amazing pain in my jaw. Called the dentist on Tuesday because I thought it would go away, of course. And they got me in Tuesday right away. Had the root canal yesterday. So that's why I'm in a lot of pain. I'm on a lot of pain meds. I'm not in a lot of pain, thank goodness. I woke up this morning and I was sore, so I took the meds immediately. Mira says, can't wait for tonight's musicians live. It's midnight for me. I'll try to be awake. Yes, please make sure you watch the replay. In fact, I'm streaming this one. I just checked to make sure. I'm dual streaming all my lives from now on because it just makes it easier for me. I don't have to edit videos and upload. I just let them run. When the stream here is over, it's automatically uploaded. Mira says, I go by Mira, my family and close friends. Okay. Did I miss? Oh, Renee. Hi, Renee from Pennsylvania. Where in Pennsylvania are you? If you don't mind sharing, you don't have to. I was just in, I don't want to say it because my son always tells me I say it wrong. Kutztown. I say Cuts and he teases me. It's Kutztown, which is near Allentown, Pennsylvania. And Andrea, hello from New Zealand. Did I miss anybody else? Let me scroll back. There was no chat coming in and all of a sudden it flew through. Let's see. Okay, so I got Maribel, Andrea. I think I caught everybody. Hello, Erica from northern New Jersey. So my friends in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, New York, we've been having fabulous weather the past few days. Although it's cold again today, right? Like it was 80 degrees on Tuesday. That was the day I went to the dentist. And right now it's 40. So it's crazy. It's like half of what it was on Tuesday. However, I was grateful for that summer day because I went to the dentist. A lot of the snow melted. And Renee says, I have family in Allentown. Awesome. Oh, you're outside of Pittsburgh. Okay, great. Renee, my daughter-in-law is a teacher in Allentown. I know the area well. I'm there often visiting my kids. Both my sons live in Pennsylvania. One is in Reading and the other one is in Kutztown, which is not far from Allentown. And my daughter-in-law works in Allentown. My son works in Bethlehem. Who else do we have coming in? Let's see. All right. Yeah. If you're new here, please say hello. Let me know that you're new. Let me know where you're from. I recognize all our regulars. I've been doing something here, my little coffee break journaling, where we write letters. And I got started journaling when I was like 9 years old, but recently started doing these lives because I wanted to share the letter writing, which I find has been really helpful to me. I wrote a letter to my younger self, forgiving myself for a lot of what I thought were mistakes that I had made, stuff that I carried for a long time. And it was just so liberating and so healing that I said, I have to share this on Insight Timer. And those of you who know me know I do all kinds of things. My favorite things to do are the collaborations like the one we're having tonight. I'm going to put that card back up because I hope to see a lot of you there with Blossom, Juan, and Matt. I know a lot of you know them already. And if you don't know them, definitely come because you will fall in love with them the way I have. I love sitting in on these collaborations where they play music. I just handle the tech. I'm not a musician, but I love hanging out with them. So, one of the things I mentioned right at the start was that Mira took one of Matt's videos and one of his songs and made it into this amazing video. So, I think I'm going to play that now while we wait, see if a few more people come in, and then we'll get to the journaling because I'm so excited to share this video with all of you. I'm going to do that right now. I have this queued up, really, I do. I queue everything up before I go live, and then I'm like, okay, I've got so much stuff here. Here we go. So I love that song too. And Mira, you did an amazing job making a video. And Siba, I was just talking to Siba in the other place. Yes, Siba, we have the musicians live tonight, 6 p.m. my time. The card is up there. Yes, Caitlin, isn't that amazing? When I saw it, I was like, oh my God, Matt, I need a copy. And he's so generous, of course. He shares all of his stuff with us. He sends me videos. I have, I think, about 11 of his videos that I could play at any time. And I just love them. In fact, had my mouth been sore today, I would have just played videos. I wasn't going to cancel, but I'm doing good. Siba is another wonderful teacher here. Caitlin is a wonderful teacher here. Did I miss anybody? Let me just scroll back real quick because I forgot. Janine is an amazing teacher, does some beautiful poetry. And as I said, she's going to be with us in 2 weeks when we do the musicians and the poets together. And Siba, I would love to have you join us in something eventually. The name of the instructor that composed this song is Matt Moore Zizix, and I'm going to put his name up so you can see it. That didn't work. Hang on one second. Let's see. What did I? Okay. Matt Moore Zizix. That's his name right there. You can see it across my screen. He is going to be with us tonight on the Musicians Live, so definitely join us for that. And I know we have a few new people here, so I am going to share with you. Siba, I would love to have you. Yes, absolutely. I know that the one we're doing on Saturday is too late for you, but don't worry. I'll be putting some more up soon because I'd love to have you in one of our collaborations soon. For those of you who don't know Siba, he does some really every day. You're live every day, I believe, right? Some really awesome sessions with just the most soothing sessions every day. Yeah, I mean the meditations are amazing and they're long, and I don't always sit to meditate, but I will listen while I'm working, and I love it. Very soothing, very relaxing. How you do it every day, I don't know. I go live once a week and I get I get overwhelmed. Very calming and very inspiring. Yes, I agree completely. So here, let me take Matt's name out of here. For now, we'll be back. There we go. But yeah, definitely check out Matt's work, Siba's tracks. Caitlin has tracks as well, and Caitlin does these really cool lives where she crochets. I don't crochet, but I love to hang out because, I work remotely, so it's fun to have people to hang out with. Oh, Siba, you're welcome. You totally deserve it. And also, Siba has some great courses and tracks. In fact, the first course that I happened to catch after one of his lives was in Spanish. And as most of you know, I am bilingual, fluent in English and Spanish, 100% Puerto Rican. So I listened to his course and I absolutely loved it. So if you speak Spanish, and maybe even if you don't, listen to it. It may soothe you whether you know what he's saying or not. I absolutely love this course. Maribel says, me too, I don't crochet, but I love her lives, right? It's so much fun to just kind of hang out. It's like being at the water cooler. We just get to hang out. So let me get back on track. I know I tend to ramble a lot. Hey, Joanne, it's so nice to see you. Joanne is going to be with us this weekend at the Peaceful Pause. I'm going to put that card up too, because the Peaceful Pause is something that I love. I mean, none of the lives I do, I don't love. I love them all. The Peaceful Pause we do every couple of months. We had one last month, and when it was over, Matt said to me, could we do one in the evening so we can catch the people on the other side of the world, the Australian time zone in particular? So I was like, absolutely. So it's 9 p.m. for us, but it's during the day for everybody in Australia who normally doesn't get to participate. And Joanne is one of the amazing teachers who's going to join us. I'm excited. Hi, Trish. It's so nice to see you. I love seeing all my regulars and new people. Please, I see some new people down there. Feel free to jump in and say hello and let us know where you're from. Those of you who've been here before, I know you're probably tired of hearing this, but I started doing this because I made this track about releasing parental guilt, and the track was taken from a letter that I did in my journal. And Matt, excuse me, played it during one of his sessions, and I loved everything that he said. So I asked him to give me that copy of the video, and he did. And I'm going to share that with you now. Thank you, Maribel, for saying you're never tired. I know it's hard because I know a lot of you come every week, but then I see new people and I'm like, well, I want to introduce them to what we're doing and how we came about these journaling sessions where I'm encouraging people to write letters in their journal. You know, it could be a letter that you keep, a letter that you send, or just something for yourself. And for me, it was a letter releasing this parental guilt that I felt. I was a single mom for a while, and I divorced my first husband when my kids were fairly young. They were 8 and 11. They lived with me for a couple of years. Then they went to live with their dad, and they stayed with their dad. And that was probably the hardest thing that I ever did. My family therapist at the time said, let them go, because they wanted to, and I didn't want to let them go. She says, let them go. 9 times out of 10, they come back within 6 months. Well, my kids went to school there. I was in New York. He had moved to Pennsylvania. My kids went to school there, made friends, and did not want to come back. So needless to say, I went from being a stay-home mom to a single mom who was working to a single mom who became the weekend mom. And I had a lot of guilt over that. I felt like I took the easy way out, letting them go live with their dad, because now I didn't have the responsibility. It had been my responsibility up until then to do everything for them. I no longer had that responsibility. And when I would tell people that my kids were living with their dad, I felt so much guilt. I found myself constantly explaining why. Like, it wasn't as simple like, oh, they live with their dad. I had to go into the whole story. And, I look back now and I'm like, I spent a lot of time explaining myself because I carried a lot of shame. I felt a lot of guilt. I felt like I was a bad mother. My sons and I have an amazing relationship now. They tell me that I did the right thing because if I hadn't let them go, they would have hated me. But what was hard for me was that their dad had a temper. And although he was in therapy for a couple of years and had been doing better, eventually he started being kind of mean again. And the boys did not want to move because they were in school. My older son was dating the girl who is now his wife, and they did not want to move back to New York with me. They wanted to stay where they were, but that meant they had to put up with their dad, and they were not getting along for a long time. So that made this a lot harder for me. Had they gone to live with him and he remained like this amazing person, I probably would not have felt as guilty as I did once he started being, the person he was, which was the reason I divorced him. And I wrote this letter to give myself forgiveness for that. And I'm going to share this letter with you. This is another Matt video. And after you watch the video, we're going to talk about it. I want you to do your own video as well. Your own video, your own letter. Do a video too if you want. So just give me a minute while I find that. Here it is. Okay. All right, friends, I'm going to play this video for you. This is Matt Moore Zizix, amazing teacher on Insight Timer. Most of you know him. If you're new and you don't know him, I highly, highly recommend you get to know him.
You know what, Violet 108, let's do, I was very moved by your letter to yourself. I have conversations with myself, to myself, in all dimensions, in the future, in the past, at all times. But this is a beautiful tribute that you put out into the universe. If you haven't heard it, if you haven't heard, it's Violet's anniversary right now, because Violet is in the future. 14 years on the day of love, which is today, the day of love. Happy Valentine's Day. So let's hear from Violet and Blossom, two Violets. Blossom will be playing the piano, and Violet will be playing her own voice, the vocals, but she shares something very important. This is something beautiful. I sent this to my dad after hearing it. And it really goes with my own really theme for this year, which is catharsis and reconciliation, not only with others, but with myself and my own history and you know the thousands of lives that I've lived, and just trying to collect myself. And you know, one way you do it is you write that letter to yourself. You have those conversations with yourself, and you go, "Yo, it's okay. Like, you're okay. Look at, I'm still here." That's why I always have conversations with myself in the future, conversations with myself in the past, and send out those messages because I know that they can hear it. You know it. You did it. I know, Violet, you know, because you did it. So let's hear it. I'm not going to talk too much more about it. This track is on her page if you want to view it, if you want to receive the energy that she sent out, that her and Blossom have put together for you so beautifully.
This is a letter I wrote to my younger self. There are many stories we carry quietly, stories we rarely share, especially as spiritual teachers, parents, or community leaders who encourage gentleness and self-compassion in others. For many years, I carried a heavy story about my sons. I divorced their father. They moved to another state. I became what people sometimes call the weekend mom. I told myself it was the best decision at the time, but in quiet moments, I wondered if I had failed them. I carried that for decades. But recently something shifted. I realized I'd been holding my younger self to an impossible standard, judging her with hindsight, resources, and wisdom she simply didn't have. So I wrote her a letter. Dear Violet, I see you. I see how scared and lonely you felt when you made those decisions. I see how hard you tried to do the right thing with the information and support you had at the time. You didn't choose an easy path. You chose the path you thought would protect your boys and give everyone a chance at stability. That was an act of love, not abandonment. You couldn't see the future. You couldn't control who their father would become. You couldn't know how things would unfold. You made the best choice you could with the tools, strength, and clarity you had in that moment. That is all anyone can ever do. Your boys are okay. They've grown up to be amazing men. They love you. They trust you. They reach for you in those hard moments. That is the measure of motherhood, not proximity, not perfection, not staying married, not staying in one place. You did not fail them. You did not ruin their childhood. You did not break your family. You stayed. You loved, you kept showing up, even when your heart was heavy. You carried guilt that wasn't yours to carry. You punished yourself for circumstances you could not control. You grieved a story that did not have to define you. It's time to let that go. You are allowed to release this pain. You are allowed to forgive yourself. You are allowed to be proud of the mother you were and the mother you are. You don't have to carry this anymore. With so much love, Violet. Friends, if this resonates with you, I invite you to write your own letter to your younger self. You might be surprised by how much compassion rises when you let yourself see your past through kinder eyes. And if you're someone who teaches gentleness but struggles to offer it inward, know this: you are not alone. Sometimes the deepest teachings are the ones we are still learning to give ourselves. Sending you so much love, Violet.
How beautiful is that? Such a beautiful thing, right? They hit you right in the heart. Thank you for sharing that. Such a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Thank you so much, Violet 108. Thank you so much, Blossom Violet, for sharing your beautiful gifts with the universe. Thank you for being you. If I could write a letter and send it to my former self, I'd say take care of your mind and your soul, but please be aware of your health. Strive for peace with every move, through all of your highs and your lows, and remind yourself these are things that you already know. To anyone out there who needs this, please trust me that you're not alone. There's millions of people just like you out there who are struggling and lost on their own. We've all fought the devil at night with a bottle of death in our hands. So just know that angels surround you and somebody who understands. This is my redemption anthem. Now I can rise up and say, yesterday's battles are over. Now I can see a new day. I've walked through the fire and flames, but still I stand on my own. So this is my redemption anthem. Now I am on my way home. To all who have ever existed, today and the future and past, to everyone possessing a cognitive mind with the power of perspective contrast, you and I are only visitors here. No, this planet's not ours to destroy. And please don't ever give up on your dreams. They exist for you to enjoy. When you've seen what I've seen and you've heard what I've heard, and you've read the writing on the wall, when you've walked where I've walked and you've climbed where I've climbed, taking trips to the spring and the fall, when you've died like I've died and you've been down that road, on your hands and your knees you have crawled. Well, I don't mean to boast, but the thing I know most is that I know nothing at all. wonderful, but it can be so heavy. Thank you, Amanda. So blessed to have a community like this where we can share our vulnerability. I never shared those feelings with anyone. Thank you for sharing, Violet. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, Benny, you can't give up on your dreams. Never give up on your dreams. They exist for you to enjoy. This is my redemption anthem. Now I can rise up and say, yesterday's battles are over. Now I can see a new day. I've walked through the fire and flames, but still I stand on my own. This is my redemption anthem, and now I am on my way home.
So that was Matt's replay, which I can't even tell you how much that touched me. And I could watch it a million times. Joanne says, no matter how many times I hear this, I still cry. Aw, Joanne. Joanne, it took me a long time to be able to listen to this without crying. I can finally do that. And as I said before, it took me 6 tries before I could record it because I cried every time I tried to read it. You know, I wrote it in my journal and I kept trying to read it and I kept crying. And I was like, I was determined to make a track out of it. And I think that reading it so many times really was very healing. And it was what finally helped me to release that, like I said, that guilt and that shame that I had been carrying for having let my sons go live with their dad, you know, for feeling like I was a bad mom or a failure. And that was 20 years ago. And I was still carrying, even though my sons and I have a great relationship. We go on vacations. We spend a lot of time together. You know, they tell me all the time, Mom, you did the right thing, because they know how I feel. And, you know, I always said to them, yeah, I feel like it was the right thing. Because like I said, my older son met his wife there. I have 2 beautiful grandbabies now. My younger son has an amazing job there, but I still felt really guilty. And actually, my younger son had come back after high school to live with me and my current husband for 5 years, which was nice. It gave us a chance to, you know, bond and reconnect as much as you can with an 18-year-old, because, you know, he was doing his own thing at the time. But I was out in Pennsylvania this weekend for my granddaughter's first birthday, and we always have an amazing time when we're together. I treasure those moments. All right, friends. So what I want to encourage you to do now, while we're here, if you want to get it started, is to think about a letter that you would like to write to yourself, or it could be to someone else. You know, maybe it's not yourself you need to forgive. Maybe there's somebody in your life that you need to forgive. I have been working on a letter to my ex-husband because I feel like I have forgiven him for a lot of things. He's no longer with us. He passed away 3 years ago. But you know, he died alone and angry, and that made me so sad because I felt like I had moved on with my life. I married my current husband. You know, I met a new person, turned my life around, and he was just always angry, and that was part of the reason why I divorced him. He was a very angry person, and I've been working on a letter to him, even though he's gone, obviously, and that one's been a little challenging for me. Like I said, even though I have forgiven him. So think for yourself. Maybe there's somebody that you want to forgive. I'm going to put a little time on the clock, and I'm going to cue up Blossom's music. Blossom Violet is another amazing teacher here, as I mentioned. I use all of her music in my tracks now because she plays the most amazing piano, and she just improvises. She doesn't plan anything, write anything in advance. She just sits at the piano and plays this amazing music. And this particular one is Dance of Inner Peace, which is one of my favorites. So I'm going to play that one, and I'm going to put like 5 or 6 minutes on the clock. If you want to type in the chat, you can. If you want to start a letter, you can, but I'm going to give us a few minutes. right, I think it's been more than 5 minutes. I lost my train of thought. Siba says, I used to journal a lot. I filled hundreds of pages asking and answering questions to myself. Yeah, I have been journaling since I was about 9 years old when my sister, right before one of my birthdays, gave me a little journal. I remember it was like a 30-day journal, a little tiny book. I wrote in it every day. And who knew that that was going to be my start to like this life of journaling. Hello, Jacqueline. Nice to have you with us. So, yeah, I would definitely encourage anybody, whether you journal or not, just do a letter to yourself, to somebody else. I do thank you, Renee, so much for that donation. As I was saying before, I like to pay forward my donations to a couple of animal rescues that I support. A lot of you know I have a rescue pup named Onyx. He's being very quiet right now. He's outside on the deck enjoying, I don't know, the cloudy day, I guess. We live in the woods, so he likes to watch the wildlife. But there's a few animal rescues that I support, and anytime I get donations during the lives, I pay them forward because it's a cause near and dear to my heart. All right, friends, so as you know, I do have a full-time job that I need to get back to. I just enjoy these little breaks. We can talk about journaling and letters and forgiveness and anything else that you want to pop in the chat. I'm always happy to hang out and chat with all of you. Nancy says, I like your idea of creating a space to share. Yes, Nancy, thank you for mentioning that. I am not allowed to mention outside platforms, but I am coming up with a way for creating a space for us to share. And I think the best way for me to lead you to that is to tell you to look at the link in my teacher's profile, because it's something that I'm going to put together soon. It's going to be something completely free. As I said, I don't charge for anything that I do. I do free tracks. The space I want to create is going to be free. It's on a platform where you can do things like that. And the reason I like to do these things for free is two reasons. I have an amazing job, which I'm really grateful for. And those of you who know my story know that when I was younger, when I was a single mom, I struggled a lot financially. I mean, a lot. I struggled. And one thing that I never gave up on was my dream to make a better life for myself and my kids. And I kept pursuing that. I went back to work before I divorced my children's father because I had to support myself, obviously. I had been working. Then I had the kids. I became a stay-home mom. And in order to leave him and be independent again, obviously, I was determined to go back to work. And I did. I went back to work. I, took whatever job I could to make ends meet, and eventually wound up working at a hospital that was providing tuition reimbursement. So I went back to school at age 50 and got my master's degree in a field that I love now, which is data, because I wanted to work remotely, and that's what I'm doing now. I work remotely in data. A lot of you know I love technology. I learned a lot about technology throughout the years. It's always been an interest of mine. So I went back to school at age 50. I got my master's degree, have an amazing job that I love. I've had it for 8 years now. And I feel like a lot of that was just from writing. It's something called scripting, where you can kind of write things down. And I do have a course on that. I'm going to put that card up about scripting. Because I really believe that when you write things down, you give them power, you make them happen for you. And I used to script about the type of person I would meet after I divorced my first husband. I used to script about the type of job. Hey, Bethany, my friend there. I love that you call me Kenobi. You threw me. See, now I have to where's my Kenobi photo? Now I have to bring that picture up. There it is. There it is. Just for you, Bethany. But yeah, I do believe that journaling and, writing, your words have a lot of power. Even how you talk to yourself. We know our words have a lot of power. So I never gave up on that dream. And I went back to, school. I got my master's. I had a lot of jobs along the way that sucked. And now I have a job that I love. I kept making lists of what I wanted in my coworkers and my job. And that's what my scripting course is about. It's about manifesting with scripting, which is just writing. It could just be a list of goals, or, I had a list of what I wanted in the person that I would spend my life with. And after I met my current husband, after we had been dating for a while, I went back and found that list and realized he checked a lot of those boxes. I do like to tell people that the one thing I forgot to put in my list of what I wanted in my next partner was that he should be a fabulous cook. So neither my husband nor I cook, but that's okay. We can order out now. And, like I said, I have an amazing job. I have a great relationship with my boys. Everything I do on Insight Timer, I do for free. It's my way of paying it forward because I feel like I've been blessed with this amazing life and I'm so grateful. And I definitely want to share that, with all of you. I want you to know that whatever you might be going through, you'll get through it, because if you knew me when I was younger and me now, completely different person. Moses, thank you again for that donation. Thank you so much. I got a second donation from you. Thank you. Unless I think it's a second. Yeah, it is a second. I was going to say, unless it popped up again, but thank you. I pay all my donations forward to the animal rescues. Everything I do on Insight Timer, I do for free. If you listen to my tracks, we get a couple of pennies when you play a track. I have created over almost 200 tracks because I love journaling, and a lot of them are about journaling. I just created a course on pet loss, which, another topic near and dear. Moses, I like the picture, Siba. Another topic near and dear to my heart, are rescue animals. So I pay my donations forward there. And I just wanted to thank everybody for being a part of this. And hang on a second. Chris, I'm going to read your message. Chris says, my GOF about what people say to me has been broken for quite a while due to my divine universal understanding and knowing that my validation comes from source and not other beings. Amen, Chris. I agree. People can say, I'm not going to say that word, WTF, just in case Insight Timer doesn't want me to say that. People can say what they want about me and mine. However, as a completely and absolutely surrendered soul, my ego no longer reacts to ignorance. I simply like to be like, yeah. Keep it moving away from them. Absolutely. Wayne Dyer has a quote that I love. When you meet someone who's not aligned with your values, just wish them well and keep moving. And that's what I do now. Hello, Priya. Nice to see you. Bethany says, I wish I hadn't missed this. I think it would have helped. I'm still rattled over something that happened. You missed what? This session? Well, I'm dual streaming. So as soon as we're done here, it will be available somewhere else for you to watch the replay, Bethany. I'll send you the link. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, GOF. Okay, got it now. Thank you for clarifying, Chris. I'm like, what is GOF? Okay, I got it now. I knew WTF, didn't know the GOF. Now I'll be using that, Let's see, do we have any other comments? All right, friends, we've been here almost an hour. I am definitely going to get back to work. But before I leave, I definitely have to play another Matt video. I like to play something cheerful to leave with. Bethany, you have a notification. Okay, awesome. Awesome. All right. Those of you who know Matt, do you have any requests? I have almost all of his videos now. I have Blessed. I have Daylight. Let's see. I played Mira's video when we first got in. I have No Not I. I'm trying to think which one should we... Maybe we'll end with Blessed. Unless anybody has any. Oh, thank you, Joanne, for saying that. Joanne, that means a lot to me because, when I got started out as a teacher on Insight Timer, I thought I had nothing to offer. I had no idea what I was going to do. So to hear that something I've done helps, that means a lot to me. Siba says, I need to leave now. See you later. Yeah, Siba, see you later. Oh, it's a happy birthday to your girlfriend. Get her some beautiful flowers. She will love them. All right, Chris, Blessed it is. Bethany, yes, I think I have that shorter version. He just sent me another one, but I'm going to play Blessed on our way out. That is a good one. All right, friends, I will see you. I'm going to put the card back up for tonight's live. Hopefully I will see some of you there with the musicians. Matt will be there. Blossom will be there. Juan will be there. And thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for hanging out with me and listening to me ramble. Thank you, Judy. All right, here we go. Blessed. Oh, let me turn off Blossom's background music. I forget sometimes.
Right there. Thanks for following me. Thanks for showing up and being you. Hope you're feeling blessed in all that you do. What a beautiful crew. Yeah, beautiful crew. We're gonna dance before we go. You gotta dance though, not me. You gotta dance. And you gotta sing with me. 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 Oh, you gonna sleep good? Maybe not after this.
We
gonna sing it. Y'all crazy with it. You crazy with it. You crazy with it. You crazy with it. Chaka chaka boom. Are you feeling it? You feeling the Holy Ghost? Happy. It's probably Sunday now for you. It's probably the future now, hey? How we feeling? How we feeling out there? You feeling good? You feeling okay? You feeling good? Feeling good? Feeling all right? I hope your energy's all in the right spot. I hope you're feeling blessed, 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 blessed.